la mer qu'on voit danser le long des golfes clairs a des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie.
Welcome to episode 171 of the Knitting Samurai and Her Guys video podcast. I'm your host, Steph, and here we are in France. This one's going to be called Bien Nuit? Because I've heard that so many times. So, I am just thrilled to be here. It is Tuesday afternoon, and the pace around here makes it so that we go out and do some stuff in the morning, and then in the afternoons we end up coming back both days so far and just chilling for a little bit. And Lauren's doing a little bit of work, and I'm doing a little bit of knitting. So I thought I would take this time to catch up with you and show you what I've been working on. So this is not my typical episode, a little vacation episode, if you will. So being from New Hampshire, this is my second trip abroad, and it's just what I'm calling hashtag weekend in France, because I'm only here for 4 days. So quick trip with my best friend. So very good time so far. We had an eventful trip from the airport. How to say that? Or should we talk about knitting and then I'll tell you about the trip? Let's do knitting first. So I had 4 bags packed. I thought I had 3 knitting projects packed, and at the last minute, everybody's going out the door. Friday morning, my suitcase is in the back of the car, and I go running back in the house and grab 2 more project bags just in case, because you can never have too much knitting. And at this point, I made cast on 1 project and brought supplies to start 2 new ones. And honestly, I haven't done that much knitting. I mean, I did on the plane for sure, because you're not awake the whole time. I mean, you're not asleep the whole time. I was asleep for a couple hours on the plane. We left at 7 at night and we arrived at 8 in the morning, and it was a 7-hour flight. So I slept for like 2 hours and knit for the rest of it. And I did quite a bit of work on this, which is the short row shawl I'm designing. Brace yourselves, it's very bright. Yes, so it's bright. It's bright, and this has been my travel along. I've just carried it in my bag as we stop for meals here and there or whatnot. You know, sitting on the beach, I've snuck in a few rows. It's not the most beautiful thing I've ever knit, and honestly, I can't see myself wearing it more than a few times, but I'll wear it and then I'll pass it along to another good home. But I'm using Knit Picks Felici Sport for this, and it's super soft, and this is what I have left. So I could easily finish knitting the skeins I brought with me. I think I have a skein or 2 more at home, but I need to find them. They weren't housed in the same place as this lovely stuff. This is Dockside is the colorway. And it's really more of a salmon blue-gray than the red blue-gray that I envisioned. So, but that blue is a good blue to be knitting while in France, if you ask me. So that's running around in this bag. That's my go with me everywhere bag, pretty much. In this one, I have one of the projects I kitted up, and so I will be casting on. I haven't cast on yet, but who knows. This is the Goldfinch by Andrea Mori. So there's the pattern. And I thought that would be perfect for this 6-color set that I bought at Rhinebeck. The pattern calls for 3 colors and more yardage than I have, so I thought I'd just make it work with the 6 and use them in a way that highlights the contrast between those and the base color. And this is Good Karma Farm. This is her Blue For You yarn, which is a 60-40 wool alpaca blend, 400 yards in, it's a sport weight in this skein, and then I think almost that many yards in this, and I did skein up the first one that I wanted to use. So I have my needles. I got stopped at the airport. Security, they had to go through. She scanned my bag like 3 times, and I had 3 project bags with projects on me. And so they had to go through my bag, and the guy was so funny. He was like, "Are you an artist?" And I was like, "Well, I'm a knitter." And he's like, "My mom was a knitter too. You're an artist." He was very sweet. Yeah, so he checked my bag and said, "Have a nice day." But the one of the projects that I ran back for and grabbed, no, not that, was not this either. But in here, this is one that I started brand new. So this is the Petra, and it's by Connie Chang Chinchillo. This is in a Barocco alpaca book, whatever they're, alpaca, ultra alpaca. It has patterns that are for the lightweight and the heavyweight, I think, or the normal weight. So this is just a cable. I'm not going to be able to show you much. I'm not going to be able to show you anything. I thought I did a pattern picture. Oh, I did. Well, we could kind of see it. It's knit with Baroque Ultra Alpaca, right? It'll be a nice drapey yarn. It's got this cute cable detail across the chest, and then it has ribbing across the bottom, and it's a vest essentially. I thought, oh, that'll be fun and nice, and I'd like a gray vest to wear. And then I did something kind of crazy, so we'll see how this turns out. I looked at my stash at what I had for gray that would work for this. That wasn't a sweater's worth, so it's sort of like 1,000 yards, but not 1,500, which is what I need for a sweater. So meeting that criteria was, are you ready? This is so strange. Cottonese. Yes, this is a cotton acrylic blend, 50-50, and I'm trying it. I brought 2 skeins with me, and I worked on this quite a bit. We had a 2-hour layover. Is it a layover when it's on a train? A 2-hour wait between one train to another as we traveled across France from Paris to the coast, northern coast. So while we waited, we watched The Prestige, which is an older movie, but we sat together and watched it on our iPad, and I knit this much. So far so good. I'm enjoying it, and I think that the cotton will have a lot of wearability, and alpaca in the past, when I knit it, there's a fly in here. Yeah, the windows don't have screens on them, and the flat we're in has giant French doors and giant French windows right here next to me. And so we have them open because it's 65 degrees out. It's beautiful outside. And a fly came in. So, but the alpaca sweater, I've knit 2 of them in the past. One with Baroque Ultra Alpaca. And it's not as structured as I would like, I guess. And so being that this is a horizontal knit, you knit across one panel and then one panel for the back. I thought I'd try it with cotton. We'll see. It'll wear or it won't, and it's only knitting, right? And it was something fun to do, a little bit of brain work on it, but not too much, just enough to keep it interesting. So there's that. The other thing, so you know how I was working on the Ricka cowl? I continued to do so. Well, not really. I kitted up skeins to make a second one, and had that all ready to go, but it wasn't in my carry-on, so I didn't really work on it. But the Ricka cowl looks like this. And I did go ahead and buy the pattern. She did an Instagram knit along releasing clues and for free, and it was very sweet, but I missed some steps, and so I just wanted it in the pattern form, and that's great. So I have that, but I haven't worked on it. And then in here, Mommy Vacation, there's a lot of knitting. So this is one thing that I ran back to get, but I haven't touched. So this is the Klein shawl. That's the back. But this is a Knit Picks stroll. It is the purple, and then a Socks That Rock is the variegated. So I have it on too small a cord for my needles, but you can see how much I have done. I have not worked on it since you've last seen it, but I brought it thinking it would be another mindless knit, and that could be, I could switch from working on the other one to working on this. This is just a slog though. Like I could see this taking me easily 18 months to finish because I'll knit on it for a while and then I'll set it aside because because it's not real invigorating. And then the last thing that I ran back and grabbed just because I thought I needed it is a hat that I've been working on. So you may recall that I said I had a shirt that I purchased that has, it's my chart, so I guess I can show you, that has this pattern on it, right? It's black and white, and I really liked it, and I wanted to translate it into a hat. So I charted it out, and I had about an inch into the brim. And this is Knit Picks Glamour, Stroll Fingering White, held with Stroll Glimmer White. So there's a little bit of sparkle in this, and I just went to town working on the brim at the airport and on the plane, and started the color work on the train, or actually in the train station, not on the train itself, because when we were on the train, I was staring out the window watching the farmlands go by. It was what I expected in terms of the landscape. Driving across France, lots of cows, and then at a certain point it was like, okay, we're past the cows and now we're into chickens. Like, we definitely noticed a transition, and we're in like city dwelling, lower income places, which is, they're near the train tracks, so that's maybe what you're gonna expect to see in those areas. To definitely, as we got closer to the coast, we saw a dramatic increase in the affluence of the houses and some crumbly churches or old structures that, you know, like half a wall was left standing there, and it was just really fun to see all those things as we drove along through the countryside. And I did get to see a windmill. That was on my list of things I wanted to at least see while I was here. Mulan. I needed to see a Mulan, and I saw one, so that was great. But yeah, so this is the hat, and this is the color work. I've definitely been entertaining French children with my knitting. While I have seen some knitting in the wild here, I have not spotted anyone else knitting, and color work knitting is an unusual thing, I think, on circular needles. So that's what I've been working on for knitting. So we've been having a great time. Food is very slow. This is what I'm learning. As a Yankee girl, I want everything now and fast, and I'm done, and let's move on. And a meal takes way longer than an hour, and there's like, you can sit there for 10 minutes and not see the server. So that's been an exercise in patience for me. And so we did that. We did several meals. We did crepes. We slept until noon the first day because it was midnight by the time we got here, and we had been up for 35 hours and had 25 hours of travel.
Au ciel d'été, confond ces blancs moutons avec les anges si purs, la mer, bergère d'azur infinie. Voyez, près des étangs, ces grands roseaux mouillés. Voyez ces oiseaux blancs et ces maisons rouillées. La mer les a bercés le long des golfes clairs, et d'une chanson d'amour, la mer a bercé mon cœur pour la vie. La mer qu'on va danser le long des golfes clairs a des reflets d'argent, la mer, des reflets changeants sous la pluie. La mer au ciel d'été confond ces blancs moutons avec les anges si purs. La mer, bergère d'azur infinie. Voyez, près des étangs, ces grands roseaux mouillés. Voyez ces oiseaux blancs et ces maisons rouillées.
So we were both zonked by the time our adrenaline got down, and we were set. We were here. So slept in really late, then did some walking along the beach. It's beautiful here. It reminds me a lot of Hampton Beach, actually. It's said that the south of France is where the affluent people go, and the north of France is where the more blue-collar people vacation. And I can definitely see the correlation with Hampton Beach. So, but it's so pretty, and everyone wears scarves, and I've seen a lot of French bulldogs and Yorkies. There's a lot of dogs around here. What else? We saw a beautiful sunset. We went to a museum, which happened to be closed. We got there a little too late, but in this, atrium area within the museum, because it was an abbey, a retired abbey, and so it has this U-shaped, and then there was a open courtyard atrium area in the middle. Huge. Like, I walked in and I was like, it's an art flea market, like artists on display selling their prints, their works. So we were in there. There was live music going on. It was full of life. So much fun to be in there. We walked through that quite a bit. And morning of our first day. It's almost noon, actually. You can't be trusted. But there's the artwork inside. That's my bed. There's the TV. There's a ladder up to Lauren's loft. She's in the bathroom right now. It's our kitchen and the bathroom. And out to the doorway. Love this little place. It's super cute. No more church bells. Maybe later. So yeah, yesterday we went down to the Vendee Globe pavilion area, exhibit area. All I can think of is like what it must have been like around the World's Fair. You know, big exhibition halls and the boats all lined up that people could view them, and the teams, the skippers and their teams working on their boats, and the prep that's going into these men sailing by themselves. It's all men. Doesn't have to be, but it is this year. By themselves, 80 to 120 days around the world in a 60-foot boat. And my friend Lauren is the communication director for Sights Alive. That's the team that Rich Wilson is skippering. That's her guy. And he's a 63-year-old man. And he's sailed forever. And his view is get off the couch and go do something. You're not too old. And he is so inspiring. Just to see what he is going to accomplish is mind-blowing. And he's done this once. He did it 8 years ago, and he's going to try and do it again. And talking to the team and going out, and we had, champagne cocktails with Jonathan, one of the guys, and you know, it's like he's not in the third that is expected to win, and he's not in the third that could possibly win. He's in the third that is doing it to prove that they can and to draw attention to sailing and to educate children about what can be done and motivate people. And it's just amazing, these people that are doing this. So I came here not at all interested in sailing, not just, you know, I mean, this is why my friend is here, so I came with for a chance to go to France, but I'm leaving, definitely a fan. I'm definitely going to watch the race. It starts in 13 days, and I will be cheering Rich on the entire time. We went to lunch with Rich today, and he's a great guy. So that's the exciting news from France.
Je suis le plus beau du quartier, je suis le bien-aimé. Dès qu'on me voit, on se sent tout comme envoûté, comme charmé. Lorsque j'arrive, les femmes elles me frôlent de leur regard penché. Bien malgré moi, ouais, je suis le plus beau du quartier.
Me on the boat. So Rich, the guy who's sailing this, is going to sail this for 100 days and go around the world. Vendee Globe 2016. It's sort of a big deal around here.
Est-ce mon visage, ma peau si finement grainée, mon air suave, est-ce mon allure, est-ce la grâce anglo-saxonne de ma cambrure?
This is kind of a funky boat because it's it has what's called a sail drive, so there's a different way that we have to seal it up. The plan is to do all of that anyway. Some people do it and then make the seal. Well, it has to be. Engines under here. We just had this little window put in so we can monitor this thing. That's the hydro generator thing that was giving us some problems.
Right, the 5-inch one.
Right. That's the starting battery there, then that little box, and then that's the alternator that charges the starting battery, and then forward is a humongous alternator.
Yeah.
Est-ce mon sourire ou bien l'élégance distinguée de mes cachemires? Quoi qu'il en soit, c'est moi le plus beau du quartier. Mais prenez garde à ma beauté, à mon exquise ambiguïté. Je suis le roi du désirable et je suis l'un des habillables. Observez-moi, observez-moi de haut en bas, vous n'en verrez pas deux comme ça. Je suis le favori, le bel ami de toutes ces dames et de leurs maris. Regardez-moi. Je suis le préféré, mes belles victimes voudraient se pendre à mes lacets, ça les abîme. Les beaux messieurs, eux, voudraient tellement me déshabiller, ça les obstine. Bien malgré moi, oui, bien malgré moi, je suis le plus beau du quartier. Mais prenez garde à ma beauté, à mon exquise ambiguïté. Je suis le roi du désirable et je suis l'un des habillables. Observez-moi, observez-moi de haut en bas, vous n'en verrez pas deux comme ça. Je suis le favori, le petit chéri de toutes ces dames et de leurs maris aussi, oui.
this morning we did see, we wandered upon a cathedral. Notre Dame Cathedral is absolutely stunning inside and out. I was awed by the building, and then I saw we could get in it. So we went in and walked around and looked at the different stained glass windows and just reliquaries and all these things all over. And it was a gorgeous, gorgeous place. It was humbling to be in such a large, extravagant space, and definitely felt very small. And the pews looked really uncomfortable. So we did that, and there's a section of the village that has mosaics made out of shell. So a different kind of artwork exhibit. So we walked through that and took some pictures and had fun seeing that stuff. And as I said, we went out to lunch with Rich, and this afternoon I'm talking with you, and then we're gonna go have a nice dinner again, and I'm gonna go do some knitting on the beach because that's my plan. Go to a brasserie and get a macchiato.
Tout le monde est une drôle de personne, et tout le monde a l'âme emmêlée. Tout le monde a l'enfance qui ronronne au fond d'une poche oubliée. Tout le monde.
I've been listening to A Brief History on France. It's an audiobook. I was like, okay, it's 10 hours. I could probably listen to half of it before I get there. And it's interesting because the cathedral we wandered into today said Cardinal Richelieu on it. He's somehow connected to it. And I'm like, oh, I heard about him and Louis I think it was the 15th, in my audiobook. And so it gave it a little more context, which was fun. So anyways, that's it. That's my excitement. I hope you're having a great time doing your knitting, and I'll see you in about 10 days or so back at home in the USA. Yeah, so take care and happy knitting.
Je n'ai pas d'excuses, c'est inexplicable, même inexorable. C'est pas pour l'extase, c'est que l'existence change un peu d'extrême, mais inacceptable. Je suis excessive, je me canse à des axes, quand tout accélère, moi je reste relax. Je suis excessive, quand tout explose, quand la vie s'exhibe, c'est une transe exquise. Y'en a que ça excède, d'autres que ça vexe. Y'en a qui exigent que je revienne dans l'axe. Y'en a qui s'exclament que c'est un complexe. Y'en a qui s'excitent avec tous ces X dans le texte. Je suis excessive, je me canse à des axes. Quand tout accélère, moi je reste relax. Je suis excessive quand tout explose.